Welcome to HDTV. You're now rocking with your boy. John Craig, a black tattoo artist and businessman in Jackson, Mississippi, is crying foul over some of the objections local residents have made to his proposed new tattoo parlor. Local news station WLBT reports that Craig this week spoke before the Jackson Planning Board and questioned why some residents who lived miles away from the proposed location of his new business were so opposed. Craig told the board that he believed the primary reasons for oppositions were perception, bigotry, and bias. And he told a story about meeting with skeptical local residents to illustrate his point. They asked me if I was approved, would I have a boombox blaring to attract customers? Craig said, according to WLBT, I assured them that I did not own a boombox and would not need to attract customers in this manner. I already have a deep clientele base. Excuse me. However, some residents who spoke in oppositions to Craig's business said they simply believed a tattoo parlor in that area would not be appropriate. It's just about the character of the store, local Lawrence Mixon explained. That's the opposition a lot of other people in the area have. It's just that the unseemliness of a tattoo shop is just not really something that we want in our area. Sheffield Area Homeowners Association President Ashley Ogden, meanwhile, argued that the tattoo parlor could harm other nearby businesses and local property values. Families will not shop at Target with the tattoo parlor next to it, he argued. They will drive out to Rankin County and go to the Target in Flowood. This will decrease the business of Target and its surrounding stores. Man, let's see. Okay. So basically, you know, this is a regular owner who basically wants to open up his business. I've seen businesses that have tattoo parlors near it, especially if it's in a community where everybody's of the same nationality, the same how do I say, the same race. You have areas where when I was in St. Petersburg, Florida, you had the black side or the black owned businesses where you would have some black tattoo parlors, and it would be fine for them to go there. The problem with this is the area. You have bigot white folks who do not want a black man, especially that's a tattoo artist in that type of area because they feel like it'll decrease value. Why would it decrease value? What I've seen plenty of white businesses that were tattoo parlors that were in the marketplace where a Publix was at, Albertsons was at, and nobody was scared to go there. Why all of a sudden you don't want this man to do it? Oh, because he's a black man, right? And then he got tattoos, so that basically makes it seem like he's a thug, he's race, like he's a thug, he's a gangster. And this is the wording and things they put on us as people, is that they think every black person is the same. And they try to classify us as a crazy race or murderous people or, you know, killers and all of that, when they're describing us. Like look at the depictions of us in cartoons or the depiction of us in movies. Where usually the darker the skin, they have that person as the villain, as the bad guy. So that's putting your brain as, okay, I can associate with this person because, for one, they're black and they're very dark, so they could rob me at any point in my life or any time we're near each other. And that's the way they're looking at it. They're looking at it as, oh, I ain't even trying to have that business by me, because they feel that. So I hope the man John Craig you know is able to open up somewhere where he'll be greeted with more respect and more diligence. But as of right now, this is a racial issue. Because if it was anybody else, white guy and all that, they would have that tattoo parlor there. It wouldn't even be no question if it was somebody who looked like them. I've seen this before and it stinks. So, on to the next thing of the news. Okay, now a Tennessee family is claiming that an Apple AirTag was used to track them during their time at Walt Disney World. Jennifer Gaston told Fox 35 Orlando that the family was headed back to their car on the monorail when they made the AirTag discovery, getting a notification saying that the owner of an AirTag device had been tracking them. The Gaston family was visiting from Tennessee, according to WKRN TV. We were terrified, we were confused, hurt, and scared, said Jennifer Gaston. She literally watched it follow us from the tram all the way back to our vehicle. Gaston's daughter said that the device was tracking them for several hours during their time at the theme park. The family could not find the AirTag when they got to their car. They drove away and called police. Her daughter continued to track the device's location and it showed that it was still in the parking lot. As she was refreshing it, it showed the AirTag was still in our parking spot. So somehow, when we were frantically shaking out clothes and dumping everything out of our bags, it fell out, Gaston said. Apple AirTags are devices meant to keep track of personal belongings in the event they are lost but have been used by criminals in the past. Gaston said that the situation could have ended much worse. This story could have ended way differently. Gaston said, I'm praising God we have the outcome we have, but it's because she was diligent and aware of what to do. And that's scary, especially if you have children that's very young and you have people able to track you. That's why I say these devices, some of these devices, they're good, but then at the same time, they're bad because they can track you different places. They could rob you and they could, especially if you're an elderly person, they could actually, hurt you. Or if you're a young kid, they could kidnap you because a lot of the kidnappings and the human trafficking of children especially is very high these days. So you have to really be careful when you're traveling and you're out. You got to watch yourself. You can't always think that you're always safe. So you have to know your surroundings. You have to make sure that you're staying on your P's and Q's is what we called it growing up, or the older folks would tell us, you know, y'all got to do this, stay on your P's and Q's, watch what's going on to your left and right. Anything could happen. So luckily they found it and got rid of it. I hope that family's safe. That's very scary. And I hope they're okay. So thank you guys for tuning in today. Thank you for listening. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and share this. Make sure you hit that notification bell to select all to receive upcoming notifications. And if you guys do love what you hear, you guys can donate to the page by going to the Cash App. It's in my description box. You hit that link, you guys can donate whatever your heart's desire. Also, if you love what you hear while this is live or premiering, you guys can hit the super chat button. And after the video completes its cycle, you guys can also leave a super thanks. So thank you guys for listening and your love and blessings. We out. Deezy.